Going on, my people? Today we're releasing what's been trapped in the body for years. And this is an emotional, energetic, physical, and mental detox for men. And it all starts in the hips. Because we're raised to hold in and suppress our emotions when really we're supposed to express them. So let's begin. So as you can see, we just started off with some hip openers. Just slightly warming up the hips, warming up the body before we really start getting going. Then I get into some toe touches right here. I don't know the technical name for it, but just really warm up the back, the hamstrings, the hips. Just reach for 10 seconds down the middle, the left and the right. All right, now that we're done with the warm-up, we get into the first stretch, the Pigeon Pose. As you settle into this stretch, your psoas muscle is beginning to open, fiber by fiber. Now the psoas is one of the most emotionally reactive muscles in the body. It holds years of suppressed emotion, fear, and tension, especially for men. It actually takes more strength to express emotions rather than to suppress them. We've been taught that holding it all in makes us strong, but that's unnatural. And over time, it creates deep imbalances in the mind and body. And all that tension and acidity is stored right here. And as you can see, I'm moving my hips around a little bit. I'm tight, so instead of forcing the stretch, I'm just easing into it, loosening up the glue. Remember to breathe through it, breathe through the pain. And you might notice emotions rise or even thoughts from an old version of you. That's not random. That's identity level trauma trying to leave the body. See, the mind holds memories, but the body holds the story. And unless you bring awareness to it, you'll just keep on living from that old self. And this is why breathing is important. Because breath is awareness. And the only thing blocking your healing is unawareness. So when you breathe into that tension, you're not just relaxing, you're reconnecting. You're bringing light to places that were left in the dark. Stretching doesn't just teach you how to move. It teaches you that the pain you feel is really just resistance. You're not learning how to suffer through it, you're learning how to breathe through it. Not to dodge it, numb it, or avoid it, but to face it fully and conquer it. Because that's real strength. That's manhood. And this right here is called the lizard pose. This is a deep hip opener, similar to a lunge, but it's more grounded, more raw. It stretches your hip flexors, your glutes, inner thighs, and groin. Basically all the areas that get tight from sitting too much, carrying stress, or holding an emotion. And this pose does a few things. Physically, it opens up the lower body, but emotionally, this posture targets the root of protection, survival, and identity. The hips and the pelvis are where your body stores fear, anger, repression, and even shame, especially as a man. So every time you felt like you needed to suppress what you really wanted to express, you stored it right here. But now you're saying that was out of survival mode and that was out of fear. True strength is an expression, not suppression, because it takes more courage to feel than to fake being unaffected. switching sides. By the way, I've been doing 1 minute on each, for each side on each stretch. But what this does for you mentally is it teaches you how to sit with discomfort, not react, not run, but just be and breathe and listen to what your body's been telling you and really breathe through the pain. And lastly, energetically, what you're doing is activating the sacral chakra, the center of your creativity, intimacy, and emotional flow. And when this space opens, your energy starts moving again. You don't have to force it, just breathe and feel it unravel. Now we're getting into the child's pose. Now this is a resting posture, but don't mistake that for weakness. This is a full body surrender. You're stretching your lower back, hips, knees, and even your shoulders gently, without force. Physically, this lengthens the spine, relaxes the nervous system, and grounds your energy. But beneath the surface is much deeper. This is the posture of letting go of control, and letting go of needing to hold it all together. Emotionally, this pose returns you to the energy of safety, like a child curled up, protected, unguarded, and soft. And for men, this can feel very unfamiliar because we weren't raised like that. We were always taught to be ready, be on, and be strong. But strength without rest becomes burnout, and emotion without expression becomes tension. So with child's pose, you're not giving up, you're giving in to peace, to presence, and a part of you that doesn't need to fight. Now we're getting into the Malasana, aka the Yogi Squat. Now this is one of the most grounding postures you can do. It opens your hips, stretches your ankles, groin, and lower back, and also begins activating your core and pelvic floor. So with this, you're building strength and openness at the same time. Emotionally and mentally, this posture drops you into your foundation, your root chakra, the center of safety, grounding, and primal power. But when this space is tight or blocked, it shows up as fear, anxiety, or disconnection. But when it's open, you feel solid, you feel unshakable. You feel like a man who knows where he stands. And energetically, this pose connects you back to earth energy and brings your awareness to the present moment. Because it's not about how low down you are, it's about how grounded you feel while you're there. Now onto my favorite one, last but not least, the Cobra Pose. Now this is a deep spinal extension that opens your chest, core, and lower back. You're pressing through your hands, lifting your heart, and keeping the pelvis grounded. You don't need to force this, just be present. And also I like to get into a little downward dog just to balance it out. Really work out the lower back and the legs. Cobra Pose is much more than just bending your back. It's a full body reminder to open, rise, and reconnect. Physically, it strengthens the spine and reverses your hunched posture. Emotionally, it invites vulnerability by exposing the heart. Mentally, it teaches you to lift with presence and not force. And energetically, It activates your inner power and opens your heart, helping you to rise into who you're becoming. This pose is much more than a stretch. It's literally a message to your nervous system saying you're safe to open again. You're not in survival anymore, you're in healing, and you're in transformation. So in this right here is how you do a physical, mental, emotional, and energetic detox the vital way.